I'm a mother, yes. I'm a love her. But I'm gonna do with her. What I'm do with her when me go home, take her home like that.
Welcome back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in here to cheer for me. Everything what you see up my natural talent. Man, me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, me.
Worry about your character, not your reputation. Your character is who you are, and your reputation is what people think you are. Well, go on with people, hope everybody doing okay, hope everybody doing alright. No matter worrying yourself, you know, people. 100% things still like in the news. So I start with Peely Boy. 21-year-old Daniel Williams, otherwise called CJ or Peely Boy, a carpenter of Seaview Garden in Kingston, was on Monday arrested and charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and ammunition following an incident in his community. The Onsbury police said about 1:25, an operation was carried out and Williams was observed walking away upon seeing the police vehicle. The police said he was acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion. I mean, let's leave that police them. When they see boy behave this way, slap him way. He was accosted and searched, and guess what, people? A Glock pistol with a magazine containing 6 rounds of ammunition allegedly found on his person. He was arrested and subsequently charged. Slap him, never slap him. Anyway, Manchester. Police say they are following strong leads following discovery of a car stealing ring in deep rural Manchester. A police source told our news team that the amount of stolen car parts recovered during operation in Brokenhurst District, Manchester on Monday was a Nissan AD wagon that was reportedly stolen in Kingston on Sunday night. Acting on information, police carried out a raid at the premises in Brokenhurst where the vehicle were found. One of the cars were stolen last night in the corporate area, said the police. It's believed that the area was being used by criminals to scrap stolen cars. I know somebody can ask my view, which part that the place today? It is close to all England, so we can continue the news now. Our news team was told that last week the police recovered a vehicle in Mandeville that was stolen in Portmore. The vehicle was shut down and the thief ditched the car. Police are urging motorists to invest in tracking devices and enhance security for their vehicle. Can't say the police them never tell you, understand? Can they thief them out in them numbers? Anyway, now people, right now at Sangsters International Airport began because then charge 2 people that would have come through with the drugs. I'm telling you that go now. 2 Guyanese women have been charged following a cocaine seizure at the Sangsters International Airport in St. James on Tuesday. They are 21-year-old Oshora Moses, self-employed, and 27-year-old Abiki Moses, a chef, both of Georgetown in Guyana. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communication Unit said at about 7:30 p.m., both women checked into the airport to board a departing flight to the United Kingdom. And guess what, people? Ta-da! During a search of their luggage, 9.5 kilograms of cocaine was reportedly found. They were subsequently charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, attempt to export cocaine, and conspiracy to export cocaine. The women are to appear before the St. James Parish Court on April 12th. Slap them, forget slap where. That is not where that is concerned. Watch it, make a move on with the news. Come on, did in Manchester, you know. I'm telling you about that now. Police are probing Monday night murder of a man in Treadley, northern Manchester. Police identified the deceased as Anthony Williams, age 51, a farmer and resident of Treadley Housing Scheme. A police report said that about 11:30 p.m., Williams was walking home in the scheme when he was pounced upon by gunmen who opened fire, hitting him. And guess what, people? Him dead right on the spot. You understand? Remember one time they telling about some crosses boy down at that side where I get trouble? Nobody worry yourself. Me I go down to go find out if I them kill the man. So no need for worry. Me always get all that information for the people them. Statistics show that up to March 31st, Manchester has recorded 12 murders since the start of the year. The same figure for the corresponding period last year. I come tell the people them say crime down in Manchester. What a set of people lie. Anyway, make I move on because them find some rounds right round the road, right round there. So several rounds of ammo seized in Harbourview. Several rounds of ammunition were seized during the Easter weekend Operation Relentless Initiative in Bayshore Park, Harbourview in Kingston on Monday. Report reaching our news team that a team of officers was conducting an operation in the area when they found a bottle containing 11. Yes, people, 11 rounds. And guess what? No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. I can tell you something. Full time now, start slap them on and find them with it, you understand? And just find somebody slap way. Me I tell you the truth, police. Waste time. Just a carry the rounds them alone. At this rate, every taxi driver is supposed to freight for come to Jamaica, no matter which country you come from. Cause look at this. A United States resident was robbed and shot to death by gunmen at his home in Monique St. Anne's Monday night. He has been identified as Gregory McIntosh, a 43-year-old taxi operator from Brooklyn, New York, according to the police. The now deceased had just arrived on the island. It's reported that around 8 p.m., McIntosh was at his home when 3 armed men with handguns entered the home and held him up. McIntosh police was robbed of an undetermined sum of cash before being shot several times in the back of his head, left side of his back, and right wrist. The gunman ran from the premises and escaped in a waiting motor car. The police were summoned to the location where they found McIntosh lying in a pool of blood with multiple, yes, people, whole heap shot them game. You understand? So the body was taken to the morgue for post-mortem examination. No matter worrying yourself. Me go keep it up posted pan that the one there too. You understand? Go on power, go on now. Remember me always tell you no. Anyway me get the news and the same way me a go on it. So remember the other day when the whole heap of thing a go on out of whole harbor, the people them come back and link me. And them say my view, you need to make the people them hear this one here. So keep back and relax and listen to this now.
My view. How they don't tell you about the gas boy in Old Harbour that crossed the border. He started the heap of foolishness in Highway. He is the cause of the death of the little Ute from North Street. The little Ute was selling gas too, and I heard Jesus and Eyeball went to defend it. So that's why him lift up from up there and move the gas business and gone to Container Plaza in Old Harbour. He send Alex aka Julio to kill Mackie Dread Boy, so he's not a easy boy. That's how I and Jesus got the contract to kill Julio, the Mona friend. Information reaching the MyView team is that Kenroy had to run away because the people them want his head. He even has his mother living in misery. Our source stated the lady had to stop selling her fruits at Muslim church in Island Farm. Old Harbour is full of friend killers, so I want you to blast this. Basically, Kenroy is the gas man that lives in Highway. Scott sells gas at North Street in the same lane where Jesus lives. So, because Scott is running his business and it is going on good, Kenroy thinks Scott is taking away his customers, so he put a hit on his head. So Julio killed Scott and Jesus, so Eyeball and his people defended Scott and the Rasta that name Mar and burned down the shop. So Kenroy had to relocate to Container Plaza. They even tried to burn down the mother's house. After all that, Kenroy went again and put a hit on Mar head. They killed the Rasta, so he had to leave Old Harbour. Kenroy is currently not in Jamaica, he went across the border.
Anyways, that is that way that is concerned. Sometime in a life you think say a situation is bad until you hear somebody else's situation.
I'm a mother, yes. I'm a love her. But what am I do with her? What am I do with her when I go home, take her home like that?
Her tears of frustration flow as despite desperately seeking medical help for her mother at KPH, the elderly woman has reportedly been discharged from the facility worse off than when she went in. Claudette explains that her ordeal started a month ago when her mother fell off a bed at home and bumped her head. She says she took her to the hospital where she was discharged after 3 days with paperwork to do an MRI on the 21st of April.
She get discharged this Saturday and Saturday, Sunday for about a week and a half after she realized that she not responding to us. Right? She not talking, no nothing at all. I realized that she have a slight fever. So I take her back down here. When you look, you see the big cocoa this up on her face. She not talk, no nothing at all. She not talk. She not respond to it. She only sleep. Your common sense must tell us that something is wrong.
She says she was then told that her mother was being treated for an infection on the chest, but not for the swelling to the head and her seemingly deteriorating cognitive functions. Being an inpatient at KPH, the facility is to assist with getting the MRI done. But despite Claudette's efforts, for 3 weeks it was not done.
3 times we make the request to do the MR. Me make the request to do the MR, get the appointment. And the 3 times she missed the MR, them are going to tell you upon the ward.
Why she missed the appointment?
Because the doctor them upon the ward are going to tell us them not have no ambulance.
She says for the 3 weeks she has been going between the hospital and the MRI facility. A date was set for April 5, which she again missed. She was told that's because of a shortage of nurses and no ambulance to transport her. But when Claudette returned to the hospital, she had another surprise.
Yesterday, when me come, them are going to tell me, say, she get discharged. She get discharged, she not respond, she not talk, she not move. She have all the tube in her nose where she have feed out of. And them are going to tell me, say, she get discharged.
So is she still in the hospital?
She's still in the hospital, coming and move, coming and know which part me forgot to do with her.
She says she was told a private ambulance would cost $45,000 for the journey, a cost she cannot afford. In addition to her mother, Claudette's 11-year-old daughter has sickle cell and is struggling at home. Claudette is, however, fearful that leaving her mother at the hospital will make things worse, as she says the doctors say there is nothing more they can do for her.
Right now she lie down in the bed up there like a vegetable, and you got hear say she get discharged to go home. When me I go home with her, I go do with her. When me I go home, go do with her, sir. Somebody can tell me when me I go home, go do with her, with my sick child, with my sick daughter there. So me there home I fight with my 11-year-old daughter. We have 4 strokes and plus my mother. Jesus Christ Almighty, what we fi do?